Hey everybody, today I am super excited to show you one of my new favorite techniques because remember we have more colors so we can do more with our Chameleon pens. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take two very different greens, two from the opposite end of the spectrum, a very light GR1 and that's the very darker GR4. So I believe that's the evergreen and the apple green. And we are going to take those and seamlessly blend them together and create amazing effects like this. And that would look like that would take somebody who was very talented with marker pens to do that. But in fact, no. This is actually the most oops-proof or goof-proof way to do color blending. And it's just because the Chameleon system is so awesome. So let me show you how that works. So I'm going to start with my GR4. And I'm using the brush nib of the GR4 right now. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it into the mixing chamber. Now remember, when you put this into the mixing chamber, that's where the nibs meet. You want to hold it upright. You want to keep it straight up and down, and that's where gravity works with you, not against you. You're going to fuse it for about 15, maybe 20 seconds because darker colors take a little bit longer to fuse. It's just more pigment. But I always make sure that I test it off to the side, and that's light. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to go from light, and as I'm starting to color, you can see the color starting to come out. Now it's going to get darker and darker and darker. You can use your bullet or your brush nib. I prefer my brush nib for larger areas. And you can even sort of take that down to the point. Now I'm trying to get the highlight in the center of the leaf. You don't have to be particularly perfect about this because I'm going to show you why. Even if you happen to get a couple of streaks, if you don't do it the best way the first time out, you're going to find that you can still get some amazing results. So I'm going to actually make this a little bit streaky just to show you. Now that's a good point too I want to show you. If you do get a harder seam, you could grab your blender pen, let me give it a good seam, and try and blend that out. But every pen, remember, is a blender pen because if I fuse it for a couple of seconds, I'm going to actually turn that into a blender. And that's better to blend out any seams using the actual color rather than having to use a blender pen. So you can see that smooths that out much better. Okay, now here's the fun part. We're going to take this and we're going to take the GR1, that's the apple green, on the brush nib, and we'll go right over top of it. So even if this wasn't perfect, don't worry. Now, this is a very light to dark green, but that's not really natural looking. So in nature, you want it a bit more natural looking. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm blending and I'm overlaying my GR1. And that is how you can get those amazing oops-proof blends using the two pens. And that's just with greens. Wait till you see what you can do with blues and with purples and with all those 50 beautiful colors of Chameleon pens. Blend away.